Hey, everybody, I'm Rick. Welcome back into part 3 of our 2024 post-draft thoughts. That's the crew of Talking Habs and Don't Puck with Media. We're going to give you our thoughts about how the draft went for the Habs, Flyers, and Bruins. And we got 6 questions. Today's question is this one. Are you happy with your GM's performance on day one?
Yeah, again, past 3 drafts, I think they've knocked each round one out of the park.
I'm going to be honest. At first, I was a little head scratching, and not that I doubted Danny.
On day one, I think any GM at number 5 would have taken Demidov.
Yeah, I mean, I think he did a good job.
Yeah, I think I would say so, definitely.
It's tough. I'm happier now than I was drafting. I guess it's kind of similar to answer 2.
So is that like a phenomenal thing that the GM did? No. I like the move up to 21.
And again, that draft, their first draft together, taking Slavkovsky, Beck, Mishar, Hudson, those type of guys, just absolutely phenomenal drafting. They've really, really built up the prospect pool well.
I was like some of the Flyers fans, in terms of I thought that they there was talk of talks of a lot of moves. One, there was a trade that was, there with Ottawa at the taking.
With Ken Hughes and Jeff Gordon, what they did, basically standing pat. I mean, on the actual day one.
I think he addressed a center need. Our center depth in prospect pool is not the greatest in the NHL.
I like actually trading pick 32 because that Edmonton pick at worst is going to be pick 32 again. And now you have a lot more leverage in next year's draft where you have a lot more cap space. I think Briere's plan is to really make the major push in 2025.
To try to get Yzerman, I know that was their target. He wasn't there. I think they wanted to move that 21 up again, but they couldn't.
I was very happy with what they did. Like I said, they got Ivan Demidov. They got the guy that they wanted basically all along from a year ago when they drafted David Reinbacher.
They're not only top-end talent guys like Demidov, Reinbacher, Hudson, but a lot of the prospect pool are like mid-6 kind of ceilings. So a really good job of stocking the pool with just not high-end talent, but also really good pieces that are NHL players.
Also, I think with respect to what the team needs were and everything else, I think he did a good job. I think they were targeting definitely somebody else.
Obviously, they had to have their player at 7. I think the Flyers were very high on Berkeley Catton. I think they wanted Berkeley, and when they saw that he fell a little bit. I don't know. They wanted Berkeley, but it was a lot to move up from what I understand.
So the Luchenko pick, I give a B rating to. It could have been better for sure. Like Kostas Helenius probably would have fit the bill as the center spot that was available more for me. That more of a 2-way game that I think would have fit Michkov a little bit better, but besides the point.
And every position too, defensively, offensively, and the goaltending, they've done a tremendous job building up that pool and also, again, getting top-end talent guys at those positions. Demidov, Reinbacher, Fowler, respectively, for all 3 of those position groups.
But they picked Hage there, and I think that's a great pick. They did their research. They knew about the kid. They moved up to 21 with the intention of, if they were picking at 21, Hage was their target.
But I think this may be a hidden gem. I guess one of the biggest concerns with Ledeno is how his scoring capabilities are going to translate into the NCAA.
I'm very happy with Danny Briere. He traded that, Florida pick. He got more capital for the 2025 draft, which is supposedly more stock.
So since this draft, and they picked Demidov, Hage, great pick. I love it. And the rest of it, okay. But those 2 guys definitely add to the prospect pool. I think with the addition of Demidov, you can argue that Montreal has the number 1 prospect.
I would absolutely argue it. I think with the Blackhawks, Bedard's graduated. I think, besides Levchinov, I don't know much about the prospect pool, but I think we leapfrog them now. I think we've been ahead of the Flyers. I still think we're ahead of the Flyers.
I would have loved Cole Eiserman for, like I said, for selfish reasons. Newburyport kid. And then obviously Boyum was there. Future number one defenseman, in my opinion. Nordy had him as the number one overall defenseman in the draft.
Yeah, I'm really pleased with what Hughes did on day one. Didn't trade away anything bad. I thought some GMs made some really weird moves.
The proof is in the pudding there.
And it's a hard comparison for this draft because I'm looking at all the Flyers picks and they're going to be hard to compare to the 2025 draft until some of these start to crack the NHL or the AHL for that matter. So, I mean, it's going to be a while before a lot of the Flyers prospects in general crack the AHL, let alone the NHL there.
Very happy that they ended up standing pat kind of and just waiting to see if he fell to them, and then just should have just ran right up to the podium. Though, yeah, we pick Ivan Demidov, but
yeah,
they had to keep Habs fans' anxiety levels at 1,000 for 3 minutes while they got Celine Dion out there for some reason.
He is going to Boston College, so they have a wonderful development program there. So I would expect him to kind of stay there for 2 years, see where he grows, and then maybe play 1 year down in Providence. And then maybe make the big jump at 21 years old. And hopefully he does make that big jump. We'll see. It depends on how much he wants it. But I think Don could have potentially hit on something.
And then Michael Haig making the trade up. They technically get rid of, because it was draft picks, but they get rid of Liam Greentree, Carter George, and James Reeder. I'd say it's a good trade. I like Liam Greentree. I think he'll be good. I really like Carter George. I'm a fan of his. I think he could be good. So you compare Haig to Greentree, I think Haig is a little bit better than him. I think Greentree has more potential, but Haig, I think, will end up being a bit of a better player.
But I think the trade helped getting that first round pick the next year. Now you have your own Colorado's, which is top 10 protected, and Edmonton's, who's top 12 protected. I don't expect either of those to be an issue.
I mean, with the exception for possibly Jet Luchenko and maybe Jack Berkman because of his size, but the rest are anywhere from 2 to 4 or 5 years away. So, I mean, yes, I'm happy because he traded back for a 2025 draft that's supposedly loaded, more loaded than the 2024 draft.
I always see people saying Buffalo's got a great prospect pool. They have nothing to show for it.
No results.
I would put them there. Yeah, I mean, I think without a doubt, unbiasedly, I think the Canadians have the best prospect pool in hockey right now.
Philadelphia trading up, or trading back one. Minnesota trading up one, and I didn't understand what the benefit was for either team, although Philadelphia got a third-round pick next year, which they traded away. So, I'm happy that my GM didn't do some weird shit like that. So,
but I like the trade. I love Michael Haig again. You mentioned coming back against the Leafs 3-1. He was a Habs fan growing up, so was his dad. Before he passed away, he said that he's going to make his dad proud. How can you not love this kid already? The Hughes and Gordon regime have done such a good job of getting character guys like that they make you proud.
I mean, people forget David Pasternak was a 25th overall pick, and he's a 40-plus goal scorer. So
reality, if the Flyers don't have the best year, which I don't think they will, at this point, I think they're going to miss the playoffs. I think they're going to be similar to what they were last year in the mid-80s points. If that ends up holding true, they could have 6 picks in the first 45.
So I'm overall happy about that.
Yeah, so day one, thumbs up. Thanks for watching. If you like this, give a thumbs up, leave a comment, and please share this video.